Be aware of the howling, formidable darkness in your search for Ichabod. Man, we never know what we're going to find in these houses, do we? And with that, before we get into anything else today, let's talk about this. The freezer. What's the oldest thing we found? Well, this soup, circa 1993. Wow. Checking the cabinets real quick, we found this dry milk. Check that date, 1986. And of course, there's not dates on everything, but we know these are ancient as well. Let's move into the week's update, shall we? Is it a house in mourning? Nay, fair citizens, I believe it to be more of a celebration of life. Yes, the new roof. Of course, I am out here standing in the rain as I film this today, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is a new rolled rubber roof. Now, it's not fully glued down yet, but what's there is working, and everything is covered and keeping us dry inside. For the first time in decades, we have a new roof going on. It should be done early this week. Wow, lots of debris. You know, it's really cool watching this go on. You can see that white board. So that's the old insulation board. The new insulation board is a thinner, different color. It's just a unique thing. In fact, I think there's some sitting right here. It's kind of like this. And so it has more of an absorbent, I don't know what to call it. It's just a little heavier duty. So anyway, there's some good stuff happening. We got a new roof. Before we go inside today, here's just a little bit from the roof work itself. And you can see they tore the old stuff up, made a pretty good mess out of it. Had to patch some holes up there, but not too bad. There's some of that insulation board waiting to go on, and the crew hard at work putting things together. Well, it's raining, and the roof isn't done, but the layer is on, and that's the important thing. This is really good news, actually, that this is all in place. It's being held on by various things in various shapes, but the water's running off it, and that's a new thing. Let's see what's going on inside. Not a huge difference this week. We'll keep this video shorter so you can see the trash pile continues to shrink, and the carpet pile is starting to grow. See, we started pulling up some of the gold wonder off the floor, and what that means is, well, a lot of work. All the tack strips are driven into the concrete, the transition strips driven into the concrete, and there is a layer of carpet, a layer of pad, and a layer of pad under that meets the concrete itself. That is quite the interesting thing to pull up because it's been there for 75 years. I mean, it doesn't want to come off. So not much change in this room today. Sorry, it's a little dark as I shoot this because, well, it's raining and gloomy. No change in the bathroom this week. This room, we just got rid of a few things from that pile, slowly getting rid of it. Let's move over this way. You can see things are still fairly open. We're starting to backfill with new junk though, because, well, that new junk is actually good stuff. Electrical things. These are the only things remaining yet to donate. We didn't get a run yet over to a donation place with these final items, kind of waiting on somebody to say yes or no to buying the whole lot of things that are left, some at our house. And wait a minute, you might be saying, if you followed us last week, what is that doing here? That was supposed to get picked up. Yes, it was. Turns out they say no mold to pick up the devices. Well, there's no mold in here, but they took one look at the inside and said, that is too dirty for us. We can't recycle it. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to recycle your appliances, scrub the insides first. Whatever, I don't know. Yeah, would have never guessed. This 1940s fan has been a trooper this week as we've been trying to move some air through the house again, so that's cool. As the roof is getting done, you can see here, like all of this has got to come down, but we wanted to make sure it was going to get dry first before we start taking that down. Now, This week, I did finish some little things like all of the outlets and switches are now done and to code. And folks, final count, 14 fire hazards in this house. 14 different wires that were arcing, sparking, wired wrong, not to code, loose wires in boxes. How this house is still here, I don't know, but we are finally safe. And things like these switches were behind the fridge. So now when you walk into the room, yeah, it's outside the room, but at least you can flip the switches and have them work when you want. Now, in here, we did not do much again this week, but we did finish, like I said, the electrical things. So things like putting the GFCI outlets in, and my signature, my favorite thing. When you get into a dark corner like this, you need a switched outlet. This is where we will tie into LED lighting for under cabinet. One of my favorite little things. And gosh, you know, folks, it's like 25 bucks for a good string of lights, worth every penny. This room actually did get some work this week. So we not only upgraded the electrical and stuff in here, but we also tore out the whole assembly. There were little doors in here all the time, and they were stopping the airflow. And you can see it gets moist in here, right? I'm gonna have to insulate these pipes and get some more airflow in here because it just sits. And so we need to replace the furnace anyway and add an air conditioner. I'm going to work on that soon, but this, all the framing and stuff that was in here has been removed. One other big thing, as I replaced all the outlets, and look at this one. That was pink, painted over, regular outlet, 2 prongs, yikes. That was running the well, folks, and we don't even know what circuit it's on. So I added some new conduit that goes all the way over into the box, and lo and behold, I've got a new dedicated furnace and well circuit run into the box this week. That's good news. So we are making incredible progress, but it doesn't look like much right now. And that's just because, you know, it's hard to see the roof. It's hard to see every little switch on the wall that has been upgraded and fixed. It's hard to notice the little things on the outside of the house, like removing all this random screws and cables and all the things that were making the house kind of ugly. Even found the cover for the front porch light, which is very exciting. So that's our update this week. Not a ton of progress on the shed. We are still getting through it, but it didn't get a lot of progress this week. Stay tuned. By next week, we should have not only the new roof in place, but a new rear gutter, new fascia being wrapped, and whatever else I can get to. But you know what? It's going to be a slow go, folks, because I screwed up my knee. Not working on the house. Ironically, I screwed it up doing something else. But progress has been slow. Believe it or not, we have wheelchairs here. We have crutches here. We have a cane here. I'm using the crutches, the cane to get around a little bit. It's improving quickly, but I'm going to be down for a while. So here we are. This is current status. Thanks for joining us again. We'll talk to you next week.